Hello, my name's Vivian Davis, and I'm trying to do a series called Family Tales, T-E-L-E-S instead of T-A-L-E-S, because everything I'm going to tell you is true, but it sounds like T-A-L-E-S tales. Anyway, I was looking at this beautiful tree that's behind me. It's my nephew and niece's tree, Jason and Jessica's tree. It's beautiful, and I was thinking about back when I was a little girl. One year we got a flashlight with us that you had a little slot in front of the light that you could slide these films that were on um, little flat, smooth, uh, like film that would slide in front of the light, and you could project a picture, and it was like cartoons and different places. Anyway, we got one for Christmas, and so we would hang out in the closets because during the daytime you couldn't see it unless you were in the closet. It needed to be dark. And so we were hanging out in our closets one summer in my closet after that Christmas, and I was sitting there and I was projecting the image on the closet wall, and I bounced back against the back of the closet. When I did, the wall gave. And I was like, oh crap, I've torn the closet up. And Portia, my sister was in the closet with me. We was both using our little flashlights. And I was like, oh my God, Portia tore up the house. Anyway, we got took the little slide out of there and used our flashlight to look into the wall. And I'd always wondered why the wall in there, between our living room and dining room, we had this big archway, and in the wall always seemed like it was just way too thick. Why would you make the wall that thick? And I had wondered that when I was a child. I mean, I was 5 or 6 whenever this happened, maybe 6 or 7 at the most whenever I fell against the wall. And anyway, it was like a secret passage. And then there was a section of the wall, it was probably 12-foot section, that Mama's closet and our closet were connected to this wall, and the closet that was in the hallway was connected to that wall. Anyway, all the closet walls gave, and you could go from the closet walls. If you pulled on the wall, it was made to slide back. And so we had like a secret passage in the wall in our house. Well, we never told Mama about it. We thought, well, that's a good place to hide when we knew we was in trouble, because we was always in trouble. We was always getting whooping. And so we kept it to ourselves. Me and Portia knew all about it. We was the only ones that knew about it. We never told nobody, as far as I know. Portia never told nobody. But anyway, we had this little secret passageway, and that's where we would hide when we knew we was in trouble. But anyway, we figured out that you could get into each of the closets from that big thick section in the wall, that you could walk down sideways. You could walk down the wall, down about a 12-foot long section of the wall, and there was enough room to maybe get 5 people in there easy. And you know, it was a big space. But anyway, so it got close to Christmas, and we got to thinking about it, and I think it was probably the first year that me and Portia admitted to ourselves that there was no Santa Claus. And so we decided we was going to look for the Christmas presents. And of course, the first place we looked was in Mama's closet. And we could get there. Mama didn't know, but we could get in Mama's closet without going through into her bedroom. And so one day, I don't know what Mama was doing or whatever, but Mama wasn't in the house. Me and Portia was alone in the house. And we decided we was going to look and see what the Christmas was. Well, we discovered that there was a doll in the closet that was going to be a Christmas present. If you wet the hair changed colors. Well, we thought, well, heck, let's be real careful. I got to see this. So we decided we was going to wet the hair and change the color. So we put some water on a little piece of rag, and we daubed it on the hair real careful, and we watched it change colors. Anyway, we looked through the whole Christmas, and we played for about a week before Christmas. We played with that doll every day. And anyway, but we didn't misplace a hair on that doll. You couldn't tell that we had touched them dolls or them toys. And we played with our Christmas for a week before Christmas one year. From our secret hideaway way to get into the wall between closets. We had like a secret, I don't know why they did that. I guess, I mean, we lived in the Mill Village now. And so this, I don't know how long the Mill Village had been there. I don't know why they would decide to put a secret way to hide in the closet unless maybe they were moonshiners. Maybe they needed to be able to hide out from the law or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it was a Civil War house that was there whenever they decided to build the Mill Village. I don't know. But we had a secret passage in our home that I grew up in. We lived in that home for about 10 or 11 years. My parents we moved in when I was 3 and they divorced when I was 13, so I guess we lived in it 10 years. Well, that's that Christmas story, and I think I'll make another